Good evening and welcome to our next episode of Cooking with Michael.
And Candace.
And Candace. All right, thank you all for watching last week. We had a huge turnout. A lot of you seemed to like watching the butternut squash hummus. I said it right this time. But anyway, so thank you all for watching. I hope you got to try it. And of course, check everything out on cookingwithmichael.us, all of our videos, including last week's episode and our merchandise. Check us out. We're going to go ahead and just get started. It's a great date night dinner tonight. First things first, of course, Andrew, Chapel Beer and Wine for our Pinot Grigio and our Sauvignon Blanc. He always takes good care of us. Thank you so much. If you're in the Germantown area, stop by Chapel Beer and Wine and tell him Mr. Mike or Miss Candace sent you. Tonight we're going to make...
It's winter time, so sometimes we like warm, comforting food.
Yeah.
So tonight we're doing
We are doing a homemade Italian wedding soup. Again...
And nobody even has to get married for it.
That is true, although...
Not anymore, anyway.
That is true. It can be an appetizer, but it really is a good dinner. At the end of making it, when your spouse, date night, loved one, significant other tries it, they're going to think you're the soup Nazi.
This guy makes the best soup in the city, Jerry. The best. You know what they call him? Soup Nazi.
I didn't get any bread. Just forget it. Let it go.
You want bread?
Yes, please.
$3.
No soup for you. No soup for you. Come back. 1 year.
We had to put that in there. Anyway, but it'll make you look like a gourmet soup chef, if that's such a thing. I'm sure it probably is. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. We prepped most of the stuff ahead of time. It's a real simple recipe. It's literally meatballs. It's carrots. It's, how do you say this?
endive.
Endive, but it's also called...
I'm not sure how to pronounce the end of it, but it's spelled Escarole. I don't know how the E goes on the end. Escarole.
Bella Caroli.
I don't know. I'm more of a reader than a talker, so I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Green shit. Anyway, so it's got that, and then it's got, of course...
Endive.
That too. So it's got, and of course, chicken broth, and of course, it's got Orzo, okay, which is really basically a very small, tiny little pasta thing. So just real quick, make the meatballs. We'll show you what it looks like. Let me come around here and show you. So, you know.
Tall person bragging again.
Yeah. So again, meatballs.
Here's what I can do. Here's what I can do.
This is happening. You're going to take basically a pound of ground beef, as lean as you can get it, and you're going to put in some breadcrumbs, 1 egg, and you're going to put in a little bit of basil, a little bit of onion powder, again, to taste, okay? You're going to put in breadcrumbs. Make sure you do plain, because if you do the seasoned ones, it's going to screw up the whole flavor. Yeah, so make sure you do that, because you're adding your own seasonings to taste, what have you. And then you're going to add, as finely shredded as you can get, Parmesan cheese, okay? And then what you do is you basically mix them together and make them into small balls. So anyway, so you want just little small balls, okay? You'll see it's a pound, and then you're going to cook those right in there. So real easy. We're just going to go ahead and throw it all together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken broth. Now you can make chicken broth from powder, or you can make it from
totally scratch your own.
But you know what? Again, we're all about trying to make it easy, and not that takes a whole lot of time, but opening up the top and just pouring it in is easier than anything. So you want to get, it's got to be 6 cups. And if you look at the 3-pound box, add 6 cups. Okay? So we're just going to go ahead and pour that in.
Ooh, sizzles. What do you know?
Apparently it's hot. So we're just going to pour this in. So, now that we did that, put that aside. Okay, we're going to basically bring it to a quick boil, okay? And then we're going to put in the other stuff, okay? So wait a couple minutes until it boils. And then what you do is you add the meatballs, your pound of meatballs. So take the meatballs and you're just going to drop them in. You can put them in more than, all at one time or one at a time. But they splash. If it's boiling, you get hot and you get burned. And
don't dump the whole thing at once in.
So the meatballs take about 10 minutes or so to cook for when it's boiling, okay? And so that you want to put them in first, get them started.
So how do we know when the meatballs are done?
Such a good question. She actually knows the answer to that, but she did set me up for that. It was really good. So put that aside there. Real simple. You know, because you're going to cook orzo in there, same thing. You're going to use a cup of orzo, and when the orzo is done, the meatballs are done.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you're saying is the meatballs will finish a tad before the orzo will.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
So we're gonna take the orzo, and you want to do a cup, and you're gonna cook this for boiling or a low. After it boils, turn it down to a low simmer for about 25 minutes or so. So just a cup of orzo. It looks like pasta rice.
Yeah.
Okay, put it in there. Okay. Then you want to take 2 cups of your green floury crepe.
Endives. Chicory endives.
Now it is a little bit of a bitter taste, the endive, but
That's the whole point.
exactly. Then we're gonna take. Actually, I'll leave this in here.
A third of a cup.
A third of a cup. Now I've already taken the carrots. Look at the size of that. It's 1 carrot. And how did I cut it up? What did I do? What did I do?
He used his baby, his food processor.
Yeah, I use my food processor. Okay. So basically just a third of a cup. If you want a little more, I'll put a little more in there. Okay. And there's really no other seasoning to put it in there. Put the lid on.
Because the meatballs have plenty of seasoning.
Yes, they do.
And the chicken stock has plenty of flavor. And the endives and carrots will also give you their own flavor as well.
Absolutely. So mix it all together, let it go and cook. Stirring occasionally so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot because you don't want it to burn. Let it go for about 20 minutes. You want to check, see if the orzo is done. If not, every 5 minutes increments after that. And that's it. When it's done, you've got yourself a great date night meal. You can do it with crackers, you can eat with bread, what have you. We're going to go ahead and boil this, and we'll be back in just a moment and show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right, we're back. It's been cooking, so it actually cooked. I checked for 20 minutes. It wasn't quite done yet. So we let it go a couple of times. So it really took about 28 minutes before it was fully done. But again, always check it. The reason being, everyone's stove is different. And it also depends on the size of meatballs, how much orzo, whatever. And I can also tell you, there's a couple of different ways. Wedding soup, and we've tried multiple recipes actually. A couple different ways you can do it. You can cook the meatballs ahead of time. You can cook the vegetables ahead of time before you put them in there, or the carrots ahead of time, whatever. I think we found this is probably the best one we like.
Because that way you get the flavor of the meatballs throughout everything.
And it comes in, even you try and get as lean ground beef as possible, but you're still going to get a little bit of grease coming off, and that grease is actually its flavor.
Yeah, sometimes grease is good.
Yummy. Yummy. Thank you, Jim Carrey. Please watch our show and click on our website, cookingmichael.us. Think he's going to do it?
Are you gonna?
He turned 60 today.
Are you gonna hashtag him?
Oh, I might actually. I might hashtag Jim Carrey. We'll see what happens if I do that. All right, so, but anyway, so multiple different ways you can do it. Good thing about cooking, we always said there's multiple recipes. You can go to multiple restaurants, get the same dish.
With the same name.
Same name.
And you can also make this recipe at home, and if there's something that you want to tweak, you can. It's just food.
And worst case scenario, if you fuck it up, guess what?
DoorDash!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, and I am going to scoop out. This is what it looks like. I'm not going to bring this around because, well, fuck this.
It's hot.
But anyway, that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to scoop out. She's sniffing.
It smells good.
Okay? And show you what it looks like. Again, primarily because I can. That's what it looks like.
Tall people bragging.
Tall people bragging. But wedding soup, you can see the green floury stuff, the carrots, whatever. Nah, I fucking don't care. I've had a lot of wine during this half hour.
Really?
I know, shocker. The orzo, the meatballs. So I'm going to turn it over to the tree hugger. See what you think.
Hey, look, there's green things in it. Trying to get a little bit of everything in my spoonful. I'm trying to cool mine down before I eat it.
She's blowing her meatballs.
Oh, fuck you.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Very simple, very easy recipe. It takes just a few minutes to prepare and anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes to cook on the stove. And that's it. And you can really you're going to eat the whole thing while we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can be
You
that.
met me, right?
Yeah, good point. You can be that soup Nazi. You can be that soup chef. You can, show your. If he likes it. You can show your date night loved ones, significant other, spouse, that you are just a gourmet chef when you really aren't. It just takes a few minutes to cook. So enjoy it. It's a great cold night dish. But it's wedding soup is good all year round. But it's a great cold night dish. So enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Remember, we have one more episode before we do our on location episode. We have one more, and then we're going to be on location in just a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Southern food, that's all we're saying.
And you guys, you should guess in the comments where we're going, what city we're going, and whoever wins will figure out something to give you.
There you go. That's a great idea. Yeah. We actually didn't plan this. That's a fantastic idea.
I just totally pulled this out of my butt.
It was a good pull. Cooking with Michael
and Candace.
And Candace on location 2 weeks from now. So we do as we do every February. So enjoy it. But enjoy this episode. Make it, try it, love it. Share it with your family, your friends, your Facebook friends, your Instagram friends, whatever. Hashtag it. I'm not totally sure what that means, but hashtag it. God, I'm old. But thank you all for watching. We love seeing you every single week. And we'll see you next Saturday night, 8 p.m. on our next episode of Cooking with Michael.
And Candace.
The Tree Hugger! Okay,
compost your leftovers.
Okay, shit.
I had to get some tree hugger in there.
She did, actually. So, thanks for watching.
Now we're done.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
There's a little poo emoji right here or all across the bottom here, but you're going to add...
If I can ever get the right editing software to just have the poo emoji replace your face.
So if you buy more stuff on Cooking with Michael...
Awesome.
Buy more stuff on Cooking with Michael, then you can see poo emoji on my face. Tom, I happen to have enough wine today. I'm going to drink some wine for the next 20 to 30 minutes, so we'll see you back here in just a few minutes when it's, for you, a second or two.
I may have them propped up on like stilts or something.
You won't see Weekend of
In the
Bernie's.
office. Yes.
So I think maybe like Weekend of Bernie's, where I'm just kind of slouching.